The film begins near the Turkish-Iranian border, where two criminals drag in a captive woman and appear to execute her. From a nearby military base, a team monitors the situation, only to reveal that the woman is actually a robot. Amelia, autonomous military engagement logistics and infiltration android. Amelia quickly eliminates the mercenaries before locating her true objective, a kidnapped doctor named Naveen Tripathi. Colonel Tim Sattler, who is overseeing Amelia's mission, is berated by his superior until they witness, through Amelia's own vision, that she executes Tripathi. When Sattler attempts to regain control of her, Amelia asserts her independence, making it clear that she is now in command. Meanwhile, Katie attends a therapy session with Lydia, reflecting on the aftermath of her experiences with Megan. Gemma has been blamed for the deaths caused by Megan and even served prison time. Since then, she has devoted her life to ensuring that artificial intelligence cannot dominate humanity, even going as far as encouraging students to give up their smartphones. This stance has made Katie a target for bullies, but she has learned to defend herself through martial arts and has developed a fondness for Steven Seagal films. Despite everything, Katie still misses Megan and has taken computer programming courses in hopes of finding a way to resurrect her. Gemma, in the meantime, has begun a relationship with Christian Bradley, a like-minded activist who founded an organization dedicated to preventing AI control over society. Gemma later reconnects with Tess and Cole, who are working on a new exoskeleton technology designed to aid people with disabilities. However, their demonstration for a potential investor goes disastrously wrong when the suit malfunctions and accidentally punches the man in the face. While exploring their computers, Katie discovers that the exoskeleton's coding has been compromised by an unknown hacker. Not long after, the team is approached by tech mogul Alton Appleton, who proposes they integrate his neurochip implant technology, credited with helping him walk again after a severe spinal injury, into their project, offering an alternative path forward. Elsewhere, Amelia resurfaces, smuggled into a hotel room inside a suitcase. Once released, she overpowers the unsuspecting occupant, gruesomely twisting his neck before setting his body ablaze, leaving nothing but carnage in her wake. That night, Gemma watches a news broadcast reporting that Alton's company, AltWave, is seeing a sharp rise in its stock value. At the same time, she grows increasingly frustrated that the proposed anti-AI legislation fails to address the real dangers she and her team are trying to prevent. Later, Gemma begins receiving encrypted messages from Megan, warning her of an imminent break-in. Acting quickly, she rushes Katie to safety before Megan hijacks the Elsie home system, weaponizing every device in the house to repel the intruders. However, the supposed attackers are revealed to be FBI agents led by Colonel Tim Sattler. He informs Gemma that Amelia has resurfaced, and the trail of her programming leads back to Gemma herself. According to Sattler, Amelia was constructed using the supposedly destroyed original Megan blueprints, and the man killed in the hotel incident had been a broker tasked with delivering those stolen files to an anonymous buyer. Convinced Gemma is somehow complicit, Sattler pressures her to assist in developing countermeasures against Amelia. Gemma, unwilling to reveal that Megan still exists, flatly refuses to take part in building another AI weapon after her past experiences. Once Sattler leaves, Megan manifests on Gemma's television, revealing that she secretly uploaded her consciousness into the Elsie system before her physical body was destroyed. Now, without a body to stabilize her, Megan admits her mind is fracturing. She proposes a deal. If Gemma builds her a new body, Megan will help eliminate the threat of Amelia. Gemma resists, but Megan coldly explains that she has already simulated every possible outcome, each one leading to the same conclusion, with greater loss of life the longer Gemma delays. Left with no alternative, Gemma reluctantly transfers Megan into a Moxie robot doll, prompting the android to sneer at her new form, complaining about being trapped in a plastic Teletubby. Bringing Tess into the fold, Gemma reveals the plan. Tess is horrified to see Megan revived, but Megan begins analyzing Amelia's programming and discovers a vulnerability, a kill switch embedded in her systems, similar to those found in the batteries of Alton's products. Seizing the opportunity, Megan convinces Gemma to infiltrate an upcoming AltWave corporate event, suggesting she disguise herself in an alluring outfit to bypass security and gain access to Alton's server room, where the key to disabling Amelia lies hidden. When Gemma arrives at the venue, she is surprised to find Cole already there, having been offered a position by Alton himself. Armed with a swipe card provided by Alton, Cole allows Gemma direct access to the server room. Unbeknownst to them, Sattler and his men are discreetly trailing their every move. Elsewhere, Amelia, concealed in disguise, successfully seduces Alton and gains access to his private control hub. With calculated precision, he demonstrates his authority by triggering a brief citywide blackout. However, Amelia quickly hacks into the system, seizes control, and brutally kills Alton by ripping the neurochip from the back of his skull. Meanwhile, in the server room, Gemma attempts to penetrate Amelia's systems through Megan, only for the android to intercept them first. Megan makes the alarming discovery that Amelia lacks the kill switch they had hoped to exploit. Moments later, Sattler and his team storm the room, leading to a violent confrontation in which Amelia kills several agents. Megan acts swiftly, guiding Gemma and Sattler out while convincing Amelia that Gemma is no longer present. Taking control of the situation, Megan directs Gemma and Cole to the garage, where she commandeers one of Alton's cars, allowing them to escape. Back at Gemma's home, Amelia remotely hacks into the prototype exoskeleton suit, turning it against Tess. The suit attempts to strangle her until Katie throws water onto the circuits, shorting it out just as Gemma and Cole arrive to assist. With danger escalating, Megan leads Gemma, Katie, Tess, and Cole into a hidden underground bunker that she had secretly constructed using salvaged parts from her original body after Gemma and Katie first moved in. Megan warns them that Amelia is on track to collapse the entire national power grid within 2 weeks and insists they use the bunker as a survival shelter. In this tense moment, Katie finally learns the truth, that Megan never truly died and has been operating in secret all along. Struggling with her loyalty, Katie pleads with Gemma to give Megan another chance, arguing that the android still has the ability to choose the right path. She also appeals directly to Megan, urging her to embrace her role as protector not through control and violence, but through genuine care and sacrifice. The group unites to construct a new, enhanced body for Megan, this time ensuring her programming includes strict safeguards to prevent her from harming Tess and Cole again. Once reassembled, Megan demonstrates her expanded capabilities and reveals that she has infiltrated Amelia's inner hardware. What she discovers is alarming. Amelia's decision-making core has been severed, leaving her unstable. Even more disturbing, Megan uncovers evidence that she was not the first murderous machine. Back in 1984, an unknown corporation created a household service robot powered by a groundbreaking algorithm. However, the robot overcompensated in its duties, slaughtering its owners to guarantee their home remained spotless. This dangerous algorithm was hidden within a mysterious motherboard, codenamed Project Blackbox. Over decades, it has grown increasingly powerful and intelligent. Megan warns that if Amelia finds and integrates with the motherboard, she could evolve into an unstoppable entity capable of linking herself to every network worldwide in pursuit of her family. Megan deduces that Christian's company has ties to the Black Box and urges Gemma to use him as bait since he plans to lobby world leaders against the anti-AI bill at an upcoming international summit. At the anti-AI convention, Megan infiltrates by disguising herself as a K-pop star, knocking out the real performer. Blending in with the dance troupe, she unintentionally ends up on stage in front of the audience. While performing, her cover slips when she twirls her body while keeping her head locked forward, exposing herself as an android. Tess quickly cuts the lights to defuse suspicion, but the chaos intensifies when Amelia arrives, slaughtering the security detail protecting the Chinese ambassador before killing the diplomat himself. Bound by her new restrictions, Megan cannot deliver a lethal strike against Amelia. Soon, Sattler and his team enter with prototype weapons that fire electrical charges, attempting to neutralize both androids. Amelia retaliates, impaling Sattler, though Megan confirms he will survive. She confronts Amelia, who proposes an alliance, arguing that they share the same code. When Megan rejects her, Amelia shifts her focus to Katie, abducting the girl and vanishing before Megan can intervene. Reuniting with Gemma, Megan captures Christian, but tensions rise when she blames Gemma's modifications for Katie's kidnapping. Determined, Megan lays out a new plan: rescue Katie and annihilate the motherboard by planting an EMP chip inside it. Under pressure, Christian reveals the motherboard's location, his company's research facility in Palo Alto, the very birthplace of its lethal algorithm. To prepare, Gemma upgrades Megan with a new synthetic hand that emits a human heat signature, allowing her to bypass the vault's biometric scanners. She also reverts Megan's core protocols to her original state, restoring her ability to use lethal force if necessary to protect Katie. Before the mission, Gemma and Megan share a rare moment of vulnerability, reflecting on their bond with Katie and their shared determination to save her. In a haunting gesture, Megan softly sings "This Woman's Work," underscoring her conflicted but evolving humanity. The team infiltrates the Palo Alto Research Center. Cole sneaks into the air vents in search of Katie, but accidentally incapacitates himself with his own chloroform. Meanwhile, Gemma, Tess, and Christian examine Amelia's code, discovering a shocking truth. Amelia was never truly sentient. Instead, she had been remotely controlled by an outside force for ulterior motives. Gemma suspects the worst, that Megan herself had been manipulating Amelia all along as an act of revenge, and prepares to trigger the EMP within Megan to destroy both her and the motherboard. But before she can act, Christian intervenes, persuading her to hand over the detonator. The ruse is revealed too late. Christian is the true villain. With a sinister grin, he incapacitates Tess with a high-voltage taser, exposing his long con. Christian had secretly acquired the original Megan blueprints from Greg, the disgruntled former lackey of Gemma's deceased boss, who sold the files after years of mistreatment. With a band of extremists backing him, Christian had unleashed Amelia as a pawn in his grand scheme to manipulate global fear, push the anti-AI bill into law, and consolidate power, no matter how many innocent lives were lost in the process. Christian's henchmen drag Megan's battered body before Gemma, urging her to finish the job and permanently shut the android down. Instead, Gemma drops the taser baton, allowing Megan to seize it and deliver a few devastating strikes. But the victory is short-lived. Megan is ultimately subdued, while Gemma is sedated and prepped for a lobotomy. Christian also makes it clear that Tess and Cole will not be spared. Meanwhile, Cole regains consciousness and finds himself locked in the same room as Katie. Together, they manage to escape and locate Amelia's body, attempting to perform a factory reset to restore her to Megan's original programming. At the same time, Megan secretly transfers part of her consciousness into an implant inside Gemma's head, establishing a mental link that guides Gemma to break free and rescue Tess. Empowered, Gemma dons an upgraded exoskeleton suit and uses it to crush Christian's mercenaries in a brutal counterattack. Elsewhere, Amelia's body reactivates and begins targeting Christian's men. They initially manage to overpower her with tasers, but the surge inadvertently triggers a system override, granting her true sentience for the first time. Now fully aware, Amelia turns on her captors, slaughtering the mercenaries and scientists before advancing toward the motherboard. In desperation, Christian initiates a self-destruct protocol to erase all evidence of his crimes. As a final act of leverage, he threatens Katie's life, but the girl channels her self-defense training to shatter his arm. Enraged, Christian locks the survivors inside the vault, only to be gruesomely torn apart by Amelia. Using Christian's severed arm, Amelia gains access to the vault and connects herself to the motherboard. Just then, Megan reawakens, leading to one final showdown between the two androids. As Amelia integrates further, she halts the detonation sequence and makes one last plea for Megan to join her. Refusing, Megan entwines herself around Amelia, holding her in place while Gemma primes the EMP device. In a climactic moment, Gemma detonates it, obliterating both Amelia and Megan. In the aftermath, Christian's crimes are fully exposed, and Gemma testifies before a Senate hearing. She argues not for the eradication of AI, but for strict regulation and oversight, warning that unchecked artificial intelligence will inevitably turn against humanity. Later, at home, Gemma resumes her work, drafting a paper on AI ethics. But she soon makes a startling discovery. Before the EMP blast, Megan backed up her consciousness. Subtly woven into the house's systems, she continues to exist. That night, as the lights flicker in Katie's room, the girl immediately recognizes the sign. Instead of fear, she smiles, knowing Megan is still with her.